All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on Bitcoin. And is Bitcoin crashing? So, obviously, we were in this ascending channel, and I was talking about this ascending channel and how I didn't like how it was rising with a decrease in volume as we were rising overall. We were seeing decreases in volume. Yes, we did see the one FOMC meeting spike, but that was a news based catalyst. And then we continued overall to see declining volume. And then, sure enough, as soon as we lost the channel, we had the red spike in volume to the upside, which told me that this could be a real dump out of the channel and a much bigger retracement to the downside. And we are getting that retracement to the downside. So, what can we look at here, you guys? We are dumping to our key support now. I talked about how I really didn't like how we front ran this golden pocket. The point of control, now the point of control has shifted up just a bit since we had this price action in here, this kind of V-shaped, upside down V-shape, I should say, pattern here. But our key level, our golden pocket down here, we have a naked daily point of control at 96,850. We have not actually even still yet hit these levels here. Now, we did get the swing failure pattern of these lows here at 97,277, 97,270-ish. And we are seeing a green hourly candle as we speak, but we still have not hit the naked daily point of control and the 0.65. We finally did come in and tap that 618. So we could see the bounce from here. I just don't like how we front run the naked daily point of control. I would have really rather come down to hit the naked daily point of control and the 618 and then come up. But we are at acceptable support. Right now, if we look at the momentum indicators, no real bear divs on the hourly. I mean, we're starting to see a little bit of a curve up. Like here's the lowest low on the momentum indicator, higher low, lower low on the price action. So we have 1 hour bull divs, but not the greatest looking bull divs. And then if we go in on the 4 hour, now the 4 hour is showing bull div possibility. Lower low on the momentum wave, higher low on this momentum wave, lower low on the price action here. So this is a good support where we do see bull divs down here, and I'm looking at longing this. I just would like to get really one more drop down to actually touch the naked daily point of control. If I see us change structure on like a 5-minute chart, then yes, I will look at taking a long. Of course, I'm going to be late on that long, and I'll put my stop below this low here and look to play it to the upside. But right now, I want to start to see what I want to see now is a range start to form in here. You know, something like this here, maybe come down one more time and then see that move up. Maybe a low time frame like inverted head and shoulders type of pattern down here. But right now, I am not long yet. I do not, I'm looking to take the long, but I have not yet. And if I see one more move down, I will actually, because you see when we zoom in, that point of control also shifts a little bit lower down here. So I want to at least come to 96,850 where that naked daily point of control is down here, 96,850. And if we do not hold this, then we can look for much lower targets, but we'll play level to level. We'll keep looking at this. So let me get rid of this here. But you guys, I just did not like the way this channel was trading up with lower volume overall. We had a couple green volume spikes in there based off of news, but I did not like how that was trading up like that. When we rejected here, I think that was Friday, from our value area high, and then we lost the channel pretty much right away. I knew that this could be a bigger correction. I've also been warning about the triple drives of bearish div on the daily time frame. We had triple drives of bearish div, which were, to me, were a bit of a concern, and we wanted to see maybe those start to play out, and we are starting to see these play out. Of course, this catalyst here yesterday was we did have a news-based catalyst to kind of break us down. Obviously, the tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada. And then, of course, today we're seeing follow through. I saw something about Canada is going to impose 25% tariffs back on us. So if we start to get into trade wars based off of these tariffs and these countries tariffing us back, we could see the markets take a bigger move to the downside for a few months while these trade wars kind of get going and get settled out here. Anyways, Bitcoin is seeing that drop to support. We do need to watch this. Let me go in onto the Bitcoin chart. That was the Bybit chart. If I go on onto the Bitcoin chart here, you can see we did have that SFP of those lows. Let me turn off the volume here. Get this here. And so we did see the SFP, but I don't like how we did close the 15-minute candle just underneath it, and the hourly also. Let's look at the 15-minute candle. 15-minute candle, we had a couple closes underneath it, and I don't like it. I do think we can, this is just a small bounce before we come one level lower. Now, if we zoom in here, though, you see this blue ascending line here that my cursor is on. That is the bottom of the pitchfork. And how many times have we seen the bottom of a pitchfork hold on these pumps to the upside? We have not hit it yet. We are still just a ways below it. Bottom of the pitchfork is around the naked daily point of control, 96,850, 96,820. So if we see one more low into the bottom of the pitchfork or into our golden pocket, our Coinbase golden pocket has not been hit yet. Bybit's has, Coinbase has not. You can see the Coinbase is at 96,650 to about 96K. Yeah, 96K-ish. So I would like to come down to actually hit Coinbase's golden pocket here and the naked daily point of control at 96,850. If we do not do that, I can look for what I'm going to be doing now, because we have seen a reaction from the swing failure pattern and from the 618 touch on Bybit. So what we can do is we can look at a local golden pocket. We're going to do our golden pocket pull from low to high here. We're going to turn on our 786 golden pocket zone here. And if I do see, so let me zoom in onto the 1 minute chart here. If I do see bullish absorption in this area here between this low and the higher low that could come in, I will look for long. So what do? We go to our Coinalyze chart. Let me refresh this to make sure it's fully up to date. All right. And so we come in here, we look, price action could be making a higher low into that JC pocket. Our momentum waves are not, or our CVD is not going down during this time. It's going up. And also our open interest is going down, telling me that this is a little bit of a long squeeze of a short squeeze, excuse me, of late shorters that were shorting right into support. They probably saw that we didn't get the swing failure pattern and tried to short, maybe something like that. But this, we are not seeing bullish absorption here. And you can see this little push up here is on very low volume. To me, that tells me that's a dead cat bounce before coming back down and taking new lows. Also, our stochastic is topped out on the 5 minute. I just think we're going to come back down, make one more low. I would like to start to form a range, and let's not try to knife catch this because it could keep dropping through this. Let's wait for a range and wait for proper confirmation in order to take the long. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does bounce from this area here, let's go zoom out onto the 4-hour chart. And if Bitcoin bounces from there, there's a couple levels to watch now. Of course, this range here that was our range, our upper range, we broke that to the downside. So now our value area high of the big range is also in confluence with the value area low of that range. Let me get rid of this daily. Actually, let's check to see if that was the daily that was hit already. Yeah, so this daily I can get rid of now because we busted right through it. And I'm going to get rid of this naked daily point of control here as well. And let's zoom back into the hourly chart. Yes. Okay, guys. So check this out. Let me clean this up too. We really have our anchored VWAP. This anchored VWAP I pulled from these lows here when we were making this move up. So our anchored VWAP, we finally lost it yesterday, back tested it, rejected from it, back tested the band, rejected from the band. I talked about this in yesterday's video. And once we back tested the anchored VWAP, lost it, back tested the band twice, and the anchored VWAP as well, or the regular VWAP dropped down, the regular session daily VWAP dropped down, and now we're seeing that bigger drop. You can see the VWAP's kind of been holding us down this whole time. And so what I'm looking for now is potential support or potential resistance areas. We have lost the value area high of our big range since November 11th. We are reconfirming fair value back within the bigger range from November 11th to present day. And that range is really from the all-time highs down to about 85K. That's a big range that we're looking at. So since we have reconfirmed fair value back within the range, what we can look for if we do bounce from here, we need to watch for a bearish backtest of this range and then to continue dropping to lower areas in the range, maybe the mid 80s. So this value area high, now you can see it's in alignment with the bearish backtest of the pitchfork. It's also in close alignment with the bearish backtest of the anchored VWAP again. Also, what we can do, anytime you make a significant all-time high, what we have to do here is we pull an anchored VWAP from the all-time high. I think I already have it on the chart. Let's see here. Yes, okay. So anchored VWAP from all-time high right here. It is coming in right around that value area high as well. If we bounce from here, we need to watch for a lower high in this general area to watch to see if we're going to see a bearish backtest and a rejection. So let's do a Fibonacci pull. Right now, if we do not make new lows, you can see our golden pocket is right in this area as well. Now, I do think we're going to make new lows. So let's say we come down to like 96,620. It's still in very, very close confluence here. And we can even do a pull from this high here. Really, that's what we would want to see. So if we do a pull from this last high here to our lows, now our current lows, I'll do it from our current lows, but I do think we're going to make new lows. You can see our golden pocket retrace is coming in right at the bearish backtest of the value area high. This 103 area is now a key resistance to break above. If we bounce from this support here at 96,850 to 96,2, come down here, bounce, we could come right up here, hit that, reject, and then continue much lower and continue to trade back within the larger range. Because you got to remember, guys, let's take the larger perspective into play here. Let me clean up this chart just a second here, and we will look at the larger perspective. Let's zoom out onto the 4-hour chart. Now, we are playing the larger perspective of this range here. Let's grab this. So really from these lows around here, the bottom of that range, all of this price action here. And so what we did, if we take a fixed range volume profile, let me turn that on here. Where is that? Did I delete it? Okay, let's just do a fixed range volume profile here. You can see we have re-entered our value area high here. We have actually, now we're losing on Coinbase, the point of control on Coinbase. Oop. Let me get this and get that off there. I just don't like that. All right, and so if we do bounce from the bottom of the pitchfork, which, by the way, you guys, rejected from the midline of the pitchfork, rejected from the midline of the pitchfork, rejected from the midline, spent some time in the band, lost the band yesterday. We had our bearish backtest of the band yesterday, lost it, coming down to the bottom of the pitchfork. How many times have I showed you guys the bottom of these pitchforks do act as strong support? Now, I would like to drop just a little bit lower, so we would wick an itty bit past actually the bottom of the pitchfork. Let's zoom in on this because I do believe the bottom of the pitchfork is right at that naked daily point of control. So you can see we haven't touched the bottom of the pitchfork yet. The bottom of the pitchfork is right around that 96,800 level, which is where our naked daily point of control is, and also our Coinbase golden pocket is right there as well. So I like 96.8 to 96.2, that area. But if we zoom back out here, let's take into perspective let's take into account the larger perspective. We were seeing 3 drives of bear div on the daily. Let's go to the daily. So our daily chart here. Let me just hide this golden pocket. And you can see here, you guys, on the daily chart, we had our one hump from down here, our second lower high hump, but we made a higher high in price action. That's our bear div right there. Another higher high, new all-time high, a third hump. So 2 drives of bear div, triple humps there, and money flow coming down out the entire time. This is the bearish Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern that Jason made up. Now, that's just a silly name for the pattern, but don't let the name fool you. This pattern plays out tremendously. It is a very good signal. And we have a triple drive of bear div with money flow coming out during this entire range. We could see a move down to 85K easily with this playing out if the money flow continues to drop. Now, let's talk about that. Even if we bounce from here, we bounce from our 96.8 level, bearish back test of the value area high of this bigger daily range, reject from that, confirm price action wants to trade within the fair value of this range. What would we look for next? Well, we would look for the point of control to hold again if we backtest, but if it doesn't, we're going down to value area low here at 92K pretty much, 91.7-ish. And then if that doesn't hold, we can dump all the way down to our 85K SFP of these. Anytime you see a massive pump like this and then you get a dead cat bounce here or a dead cat like candle here, these key liquidity lows are always key liquidity. So a lot of people would think the bottom of the range is around here, around this value area low. You can see the value area lows held us every time we come up to it. We saw a couple wicks past it, but overall the value area lows holding us. So we start to break this 92K and everyone thinks, oh, we're coming for 70K. We're coming for 70K. And then you hit the dead cat bounce liquidity and then you shoot up. So we need to watch 85K. It is an important level to be watching. But right now, with the bearish triple drive of bearish div or double drive, triple hump of bearish div, Sam Bankman-Fried man boob pattern, money flow coming out during this entire range forming, we were expecting, and I've been warning about this on the channel for at least a week now, guys. Anytime you see these, they do tend to play out a high majority of the time. And usually you just need a catalyst to start it. And we got the catalyst with the tariff wars, the trade war that's going on. So here it is, you guys. Let's see if we bounce from this level here. If we bounce from this level, we need to be watching the bearish backtest of our value area high of the big range. And that will also be our local golden pocket pull from the highs to the lows here. And if we see that, then we know that could be a great swing short level where we could short the 103 and bring it down at least to 92, if not to 85, if not to 70, if the trade war gets really bad and things get really, really bad. So now zooming out here, 70K is a crucial, major support level. If we go to 70K, I mean, that's the mother of all longs, as Jason says, the Moal, mother of all longs, because we have, why is 70K so important? Prior cycle highs, 70K-ish here, and then we also had these highs here back in March, which was when Bitcoin hit that key fib channel, 1.618. So we have in this area, general area here, we have our key prior highs that were here. We could probably pull this down to like here. So you could see resistance, resistance, resistance all through here. Now we break it, flip it to support, continue higher. And that golden pocket pull is from this 50K low, 49K low, all the way to our new all-time highs. And actually, let me make sure I re-pulled it to the brand new all-time high. Okay, there we go. So yes, you guys, this is going to be our key support. Lose 70K, and I hate to say it, but the bull run might be over. I mean, that sounds dramatic, but when I say the bull run might be over, I mean we might be in for a 6-month or longer correction on Bitcoin. Now, let's also take this into account. Let me get to a different chart where it's a bit cleaner here. Okay. And let me go ahead and delete some of this stuff here so we can see. I want to show you guys something here. This is the bull market entire from 16K. Now, anytime you start a bull market, you start with an impulse to the upside. And we can look on the weekly chart for impulses to the upside. So your one wave here, we had our A, B, C correction for wave 2. Now, 2 made a new high because it was a flat wave here. A flat, ABC flat. Our third wave was our huge BlackRock listing, BlackRock filing, and BlackRock listing of the spot ETFs. Pumped us up to 74K. We had a 7-month range where we corrected in wave 4 down to 59K in our wave 5. Now, I would like to come a little bit higher for our wave 5. I like 113 to 115K. But this could be the end of an impulse. You guys, if we lose 70K, really this is going to be the end of the impulse. And then what do you see after a 5-wave impulse? You see a correction to the downside. The most common correction is an ABC correction. We can also get like a complex WXY correction, but we often see after a major weekly 5-wave impulse, we can see a bigger correction to the downside. And the ABC correction, there's many ways to measure that. We'll have to wait to make sure. I'm not even going to think about this bigger ABC correction until we break this range up here to the downside, so the 85K range, because we could still be in our 5th wave. And really our 5th wave, we still have some time on this 5th wave to look to the upside. And if we do a Fibonacci pull of wave 4 and we go with our expansion targets here. All right, and then let me make sure that this is on log scale. All right, so, I mean, we have hit our 1.618. That is already up there. I do like that 2 expansion level there, up there. So that means, and we're very, very close to it. You can see how close we are to that 2. The 2.618, I don't have that on this expansion chart, but I do like the 2.618. I think all these people calling for, you know, $500,000 to $1 million in this cycle are, they're smoking. They were the same people when Bitcoin topped out at 69K. They were calling for 280K, you know, Plan B stuff, whatever that was. So I'm going based off technicals. I mean, there is a possibility if Bitcoin gets a reserve currency for the United States, and then also other countries start adopting it. But I mean, right now, let's stay more grounded in reality. Let's stay more conservative. That way, if we do get that move all the way up there, we're happily surprised, because obviously we have spot bags and all this stuff. So, but as far as trading goes, let's stick to the charts. Let's stick to the technical analysis. Let's stick to not smoking the hopium, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, that's it, you guys. 5-wave impulse to the upside could be done. We could be seeing a bigger correction. Now, I'm not saying it's done yet. We have to break 85K. If we break 85K and do not see that swing failure pattern of 85K, then we consider the 5-wave impulse might be done. Then we go from there. On lower time frames, we do need to watch the support come in from where we're at now. Let's see the support hold. Let's come up to our 103 area where our value area high is. Now let's actually check out the value area high on Bybit, because I know it is a little bit different. Let's go here. Boom. So our value area high on Bybit is actually much higher at 104. Okay. That is very interesting. Let's go back to Coinbase. And yes, okay, so Coinbase value area high 103, Bybit's 104. Now, if we do a golden pocket pull, let's go back to Bybit's chart, and let's do this golden pocket pull from the all-time high to our current lows. Now, that might change, you guys. Current lows, our golden pocket is right around this value area high, but I don't like the golden pocket pull from here, because we already came down. We already had a big impulse to the downside here. So I do actually like the golden pocket pull better from this high here. And I mean, that high aligns much better, or excuse me, the Coinbase value area high lines much better with our golden pocket, but our 786 here is going to be aligning with our value area high on Bybit. So 103 to 104K is the level to be watching. Now, let me set an alert here, because if this hits, I just want to be ready for this. This could be a good trade. Oh my gosh. All right, let me zoom in. 15-minute chart. Oh, did we hit it? Wow, okay. We just hit that. All right, hold on, guys. Let's look at this live, and let's see live. Now, I talked about this. I wanted to see one more low. Look at, we hit the bottom of the pitchfork finally. Finally hit the bottom of the pitchfork while I was talking. Let's go in 15-minute. No bull divs on 15-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute. Bull divs on the 5-minute here. Let's go to the 1-minute chart. No bull div, well, possible bull divs on the 1-minute chart. Man, okay. Whoa. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. Possible bull divs on the 30-minute chart. Let's go to the 1-hour chart. Very crappy bull divs, but we do have bull divs. I did check the 4-hour. 4 hours got potential bull divs. We're getting awfully close to an invalidation here. If this butt cheek blows out, as Jason says, we can see the drop. Ooh, gosh, guys. Okay. Give me just a second here. Let's see. Let's go to our daily. All right. I mean, the way this daily looks, I expect a bounce, but it might just be a lower high. I really want to monitor this right now because I want to come down and hit the actual Coinbase Fibonacci. Let's see, where is it? This one here. Okay, so 96.6 here, 96.6 to 96.2. Oh gosh, this is such a good opportunity, and I just want it to come just a little bit lower. Come on, come just a little bit lower here. All right, let's just check this out. Just bear with me just a second, guys. I'm checking my phone real quick here. Let's see. All right, so let's go into on Bitcoin. Let's go into our, okay, check this out, you guys. Now, our 200 SMA VWAP bands, we're at the bottom support of these bands. Now, they are starting to expand, so we could drop through this. But these bands, I mean, look at this band. Hit here, saw the bounce. Hit here again, saw the bounce. Now, if we hit here, and this is the bigger support, we could see the bounce. And sure enough, the top of the bands, well, it's going to be coming down, but it is between 104 and it will probably be closer to 103 by the time we get up there. But this is a support level on multiple levels. Let's look at our CVD again. Let's do this. Now, also, guys, we did finally come down and take the liquidity. Okay, so lower lows here. I don't like what I'm seeing. We're seeing a lot of late shorters get wrecked here. You can see people were, well, no, longers. We had some longs come in at this pivot here, and they are getting stopped out already because they longed a little bit too early. They didn't actually wait for the touch of the golden pocket or wait for the touch of the naked daily point of control and the pitchfork. But look at the pitchfork is holding. The bottom of the pitchfork is holding. Let's just keep an eye on this. Now, liquidation levels here. You guys, we did finally come down and take the liquidity that was down below these lows here. So we got that liquidity. And if we go to our Model 3 liquidation heat map, you can now see that the majority of the liquidity is above us. Now look at where the liquidity's at, guys. Value area high, 103, 103 to 104. That is where our value area high back test is, where our golden pocket back test is, and the liquidity's up there. So we could bounce from where we're at now, come up to 103. That's definitely a major TP level for me, and that's also a place where I'll be looking for a swing short pattern. And so that is what we are going to be watching here. I got to watch this very closely. Now let's go to Ethereum, guys. Ethereum, and I'm going to get rid of that because Xander asked me to do that. So Ethereum here, let's go onto the 1-hour chart. Now, we did finally break the bottom of the pitchfork on Ethereum. You can see last time we hit the bottom of the pitchfork, we got a strong bounce off of it, multiple, very strong bounce. I want to point out something to you guys. Also, we rejected from this resistance. I pointed out this in yesterday's video. We also bounced from the support. I deleted that box because we already used it. Now I can delete this box because we already used it. And then we can look at the swing failure patterns of these lows into our midline, into our channel midline. I want to zoom out on this because this is going to be a common theme on a lot of altcoins. Okay, we are in this big descending channel. You can see this pink descending channel. We've been trading in this pink descending channel. Anytime we come down to the midline, we see a bounce. Now we're coming down to that midline again here, and we do have the swing failure pattern of these lows into the midline. I don't like how close it is to our bigger box of support, though. I do like this bigger box of support more. And then the bottom of our major weekly channel. You guys, this is a multi-year weekly channel. You can see here, we rejected from the midline, this dotted ascending midline here, rejected to the dollar from it. The bottom of our channel is coming in here around $2,600, $2,600 to $2,700. So if we lose 2,700, man, Ethereum's in major trouble, major trouble. But for now, we're watching, and we did finally start to break the value area low of this range, broke it to the downside. We can pull the bigger range as well, like this sideways price action, broke that one. Okay, so now we're also breaking our anchored VWAP from the 2,000 lows or 2,500 lows. I think, no, it's 2,000. Yeah, 2,000 lows, anchored VWAP. So we're coming up to the SFP at 2908. You look for the SFP into the midline. If that doesn't work, we're definitely coming down into this level, and I would be looking really closer to like 2850-ish, down to 2750, 2785, I think it was. Now we are seeing possibilities for 4-hour bull divs here. Lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the momentum indicators. Let's go on to the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart, no bull div really. I mean, unless it curves over right now, we could see higher lows on the momentum indicator, lower lows. And that is a possibility. I do not like the money flow here. Look at this money flow coming out aggressively. I at least think we're going to come down to SFP 2908. I mean, that is pretty much a high probability now, 90% probability we're coming down there. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. No bull divs on the 15-minute. Lower lows here, lower lows here. Money flow starting to curve down again. So I do think we can come a little bit lower. Let's go on the daily charts. Okay, so here's the cool thing, guys. We could see local, very local bull divs on the daily if Ethereum can bounce from this midline here after taking liquidity. You would see lower lows on the price action between these two lows, and then we would have higher lows locally in the momentum waves. I do not like how this money flow has been coming out this entire range, just like Bitcoin. We saw the money flow coming out. It just does not look good. We really didn't see the bear divs on the daily like we did with Bitcoin. But you know, when Bitcoin rejects, the altcoins reject. Once again, these pitchfork midlines, you guys, rejected to the dollar from the pitchfork midline, rejected again from the pitchfork midline, chopped around in this band for a while. This was during our Christmas break, Christmas New Year's break. Came up to our big weekly channel midline, now dropped to the bottom of the pitchfork, came up to the band of the pitchfork, rejected, came up to the band, rejected, came up to the band, rejected. Now we're losing the pitchfork, at least as of now. If we close the daily, if we SFP this and close the daily at or above the pitchfork level, I would definitely say that's a sign of strength for Ethereum. All right, let me zoom out here, or let me just type in a new Ethereum, and I'm going to show you guys this weekly channel that I'm looking at on Ethereum here. So let's go to the, oh, it's already on there. Okay, so let's go to the weekly chart here. Let me get rid of this pitchfork. And let's get rid of this stuff here. Let me just delete some of this stuff. I know that's really old. I haven't used Coinbase's chart for a while with ETH, which I don't know why I don't use Coinbase's chart for ETH, because it is better, just like Bitcoin's chart. I guess I've had that other one on my list for so long. All right, so check this out, guys. This is the weekly chart on Ethereum. Look at how nice we've been trading since June of 2022 in this ascending channel on the weekly. I mean, look at that. That's so nice. Midline's been highly respected on the weekly time frame. Highly respected here. Support here. Now, just the other day, if I zoom in onto the daily chart and we go to the last time we back tested this midline, we back tested it to the dollar here. You can see we were trying to flip it here, trying to flip it, lost it, back tested it here, dropping. The bottom of the channel is at $2,600 to $2,700. If we lose $2,600 to $2,700, boy oh boy, is Ethereum going to be in trouble. We can do a range pull of this range here, and we could look at the value area high back test here of that last range is right around the bottom of the channel. So we do want to see 2,700 hold, 2,690, 2,700. That is got to hold. And then our point of control is also down here. So, I mean, point of control is a little bit lower than the bottom of the channel. But this weekly channel is so important for Ethereum. All right, let's now go to Solana. Solana, you guys, Solana is being really awesome here. We saw exactly what we wanted to see on this. We came up, we were trading in this kind of sideways range here on the chart. Let me go to like a 2-hour chart here so we can get a little bit more clear on this. And let me get rid of this for a second. Now, Solana was seeing this range here. We had this liquidity up here at 244. And I talked about this in a couple videos ago. We SFP'd the liquidity of this range high here and then into the top of our 4-hour descending channel, just like ETH has a 4-hour descending channel. A lot of these altcoins are trading in channels, big descending channels. So we saw the SFP of the 4-hour descending channel into the top of it, hit to the midline last night. We saw a decent bounce from the midline. This morning, we were coming up. I just posted this in the Discord, but it was coming up to the midline of the channel again, which was also the value area low of our bigger range here. But what we didn't see is Bitcoin was not at support. And when Bitcoin's not at support, you got to be careful trying to long these. So it was our value area low right at the channel midline. I did attempt a long on that, and I got stopped out because I put my stop right below the low. It's all right. It happens. Now our next major level of support coming in is this naked daily point of control and weekly at 188 to 187. If we lose that, we have the bottom of the channel around our naked daily point of control at 177. If Bitcoin can hold where we're at right now, then I do think, okay, yes, Bitcoin is pumping. Look at how nice, you guys, look at how nice this pitchfork hit to the dollar, hit the bottom of the pitchfork, hit our naked daily point of control, and we're seeing a decent pump from there. So let's hope this can hold. These prior lows are now holding us down as resistance. This SFP at 97,277. So that level is holding us down as resistance. And then also I wouldn't mind coming one little bit lower to actually touch the Coinbase Golden Pocket, because we have not touched the Coinbase Golden Pocket yet. So that's that. Yes. Okay. Let's actually look at our total market cap here, and let me get rid of that. You guys can see for the longest time, I was waiting for us to come down to the value area low into our golden pocket to hit into this and see a nice bounce up to the pitchfork midline. We got exactly that. I haven't covered this in a while, but I was watching for this drop here and then a bounce up to the midline. We got that. Then we had the dump. We were trying to reclaim it. You can see we got above the pitchfork midline, tried to hold it as support, came up to our point of control of the range, and then we lost it, and now we're dumping hard. So we can get rid of this, and we can pull our range here. We can now pull this range all the way. This range is just this bigger upwards range that we're seeing here. Okay, couple cool things about this here. Our total market cap, this includes Bitcoin, this includes everything, and you can see it's dumping pretty aggressively right now. We have our swing failure pattern of these lows here, the range lows, into our pitchfork band. Now, pitchfork band, good here, all through here, pitchfork band held, and then also as, well, we busted through it here, but earlier it was holding as resistance here, support here. You can see these bands really do work on higher time frames, at least for levels. Now we can see wicks past them or wicks into them, but I am expecting this band here on the pitchfork here to be at like $3 trillion pretty much. An SFP of this into the bottom of the band, or just an SFP of these lows, and then close a 4-hourly candle at or above the top of the band here would be very nice. What this tells me is that even if Bitcoin finds support, we might come, if Bitcoin's going to find support now and we see a small bounce on Bitcoin up to 103, we can watch for this to happen and then this. So we got to watch, because the total chart gives us confluence on when to look for true swing longs. If the total chart is at support and Bitcoin is at a major support level, boy, oh boy, is that a good signal to look for a long, a swing long. Okay, total 3 chart. This is going to be same kind of setup we had here, you guys, the SFP or the golden pocket value area low. We did see a bounce from there, but not very good. We came back up to back test the band. You can see the band was trying to hold all through here. We lost the band, back tested the band, and now we're dropping. So what can we look for on here? We are dropping into our midline. You can see our pitchfork midline here in red was resistance through here, flipped it to support. Now it can act as resistance again. I do not like how these lows, these are semi-equal double lows here. I do not like how we have that liquidity underneath our pitchfork midline. So unfortunately, if Bitcoin really starts to dump, alts can nuke. And we know how fast alts can nuke. If Bitcoin starts going to 85K, we could look down here to this band here. And unfortunately, I mean, we do need to watch for that. Let me zoom out onto the daily chart here. And what we can do here is pull a Fibonacci from low to high here. And let's look at our golden pocket. Golden pocket here. Okay, I do like how that golden pocket, we do have a daily level right in there. Wrong one. Here is our daily. Let me go on to the weekly and see what the weekly looks like. Ooh. Okay. No weekly levels, though. Let's go back to the daily. And let me check something out real quick. So if we do this to this here, 100% move. Okay, that's not... Let me just check something here. Fib labels based off log scale. Okay, gosh, you guys, like, look at this. The fib golden pocket, log golden pocket from the last big daily low to the highs coming in right around our pitchfork band. I mean, to me, that is a major support. If total 3 chart is down here and alts are just decimated, when the total 3 chart gets down here, I am going to be looking for longs. Longs on alts. Let's do this, add alert. Okay, so that's that for total 3. Now, let's go to, we covered Ethereum, we covered Solana. Let's cover XRP. I know this looks messy, guys. Let's go on to our 2-hour chart. And let's look here. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. We bounce from this here. I can get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. That's 786. We did see a small bounce from the bottom of the channel in the 786, but only up to our VWAP, and then our VWAP rejected us. Right now, we are at our support level. If this does not hold, we're going much lower. So, but this is our value area high, our golden pocket, and a naked daily point of controls down here. Now we can get rid of this because we have a new. And you can see still, I still think 328 is a major level up here. 328, we have swing failure pattern of these highs. We have a naked daily point of control. We have the top of the channel, and we have the value area high of this range that just broke to the downside. Now, if this can hold here, let me zoom out and let's look at this. Let's go on to the 4-hour. And I'm just going to hide this channel real quick to clean this up. Okay, so let's look at the golden pocket pull from the last big low to the high here. Yeah, we're in the golden pocket right now, you guys. It's also our prior highs. So check this out. You see these prior highs here? Prior highs. Now we're trying to flip them to support. This is getting a bit long and a bit aggressive for a wave 4 correction, though, you guys. I do not like how long this wave 4 correction is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would even say it's invalidated. If we do come down and hit this area here, we're going to invalidate. Actually, we have hit that. Let's check this out. Yeah, we've invalidated the 5-wave impulse, at least the one that I was looking at. So unfortunately, that plan is no longer going to be in place. We still could see a bounce from here, though, you guys. This is a major level value area a value area high, and what I'm talking about is the value area high of this range here. Value area high, we're back testing it right now. Golden pocket. I mean, this was our big level of support. If XRP does not hold this, XRP's in trouble, and XRP could be in trouble because we got to remember. I mean, it pumped what 400% in a couple weeks. It was too crazy, too much hype on it. People were buying up top here. Even my brother bought some up at like 329, 330. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, oh, it's going to $10. I see the government's going to use it. Like, don't pay attention to that stuff. You do not buy after a multi 100% move, even if you are bullish. Wait for a pullback. And so, unfortunately, you know, we did see that kind of blow off top, that big push up. I do think this can hold this support, though, if Bitcoin holds. If Bitcoin holds, we can see that happen. Let's check Bitcoin out. Okay, Bitcoin is holding right now, and let's see if we get that move. Okay, so XRP. If XRP holds this, what we can do, let's do a Fibonacci pull from the last high to this current low. You can see that our golden pocket is coming in right around that anchored VWAP. Now, that's a key anchored VWAP from the lows of wave 3 here, which now I don't know if that's, we can call that wave 3 anymore. We can also do an anchored VWAP from these lows. Let's see here. Let's do it from these lows here. Okay, our anchored VWAP is in our box of support right now. So you guys, we are at major support on XRP. If you do want to buy some XRP or long it, this is a level to watch for. Now, once again, do not just long it because it is a support level. Look for confirmations. Right now, no bull divs on the 4-hour. Money flow is starting to come out hard. What this tells me is we can at least start to form a range here in this area before money flow coming out hard. No bull divs on the 2-hour. Wow. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't long this right now just by looking at this. No bull divs on the 1-hour. Money flow coming out hard. Let's look on the 15-minute chart. I mean, no bull divs even on the 15-minute chart. Money flow starting to come out again. All right, I don't know if this is going to hold, you guys. I mean, we might see a small bounce, and if we do see a small bounce from here, what can we look for locally? Well, we have our VWAP in alignment with the pitchfork band here, so we could see a small bounce up to our VWAP, to our pitchfork band, and then come down, make new lows. We have that golden pocket up here at the anchored VWAP up here. So that's an area to be watching as well. All right. Other than that, let's go zoom out here onto the 4-hour chart again. And we can do a Fibonacci pull, the same Fibonacci pull, but let's do it from the highs here. And the golden pocket, okay, this is actually very nice too, you guys. So our golden pocket is coming in around the value area low of this range, a back test of the value area low. And then it's also the top of our pitchfork band here. So the top of the pitchfork band, value area low, golden pocket at 305 to 302. That is a major resistance we need to be watching here. Let's do that, and let's check this out here. Okay, so let's do golden pocket, value area low. Okay, so that is our resistance to be watching. If we bounce from here, that is a golden pocket. All right, now next up, going to Chainlink. Chainlink, you guys, I was looking for that move. So just like with all these other alts that are in descending channels, Chainlink is in this nice 4-hour descending channel here. You can see we rejected the other day exactly from the top of the channel on Chainlink. And Chainlink, the highs were pulled on Chainlink from this high here to this high here. So we bounced from the bottom, you know, and then this low here. So we bounced from the bottom, came up to the top again, rejected, and now Chainlink is losing its golden pocket. I did a golden pocket pull, and I posted about this in the Discord as a possible good setup, but because Bitcoin wasn't at support, I did not take it on Chainlink. But from this low to the high here, our golden pocket was right around the midline here. You can see we busted straight through it. I mean, we did get a small reaction on lower time frames, but I didn't really like what we were seeing here. You can see we lost it, actually back tested the midline, rejected, and now we're coming down. Now this 19.8 here to 20 to 19.8, we do have a weekly here, and it's a naked daily point of control, I believe. Let's zoom out onto the 4-hour chart. Oh, it's a 786. 786 and weekly, but I also do think there was a naked daily point of control there. Let's check that out. All right. Come on here. Nope, not a naked daily, but maybe it was a weekly. For some reason, I remember something else being there. So let's see here. No weekly, but this is going to be important now, you guys. Our naked weekly point of control around our prior highs here. Let's mark that out right now. So that is at 23.2 pretty much. Okay, now Chainlink next support is that 19.8 weekly and 786. If we lose that, we're probably coming for the bottom of the channel here. And man, so I do think, let's actually zoom out here onto the daily and let's get rid of this. Okay, and let's check out here. Okay, so our prior range value area high is around the bottom of the channel here. So that is a $17, 17.2. That is going to be our next major level here, because anytime you see a big range like this and you break it to the upside, you'll come back and test it as support to continue higher. So 17.2, but we can also do a Fibonacci pull on the daily from the last big daily low to the high. Man, okay, I like this a lot better. Golden pocket naked weekly point of control at 14.92. This, to me, is a swing long level. Okay, that works. I understand it. All right, that there. Now, let me change this to just 786 since we've broken the golden pocket. So that's what we're looking for. Now, if Chainlink does bounce, let's zoom in here onto the 4-hour chart. If Chainlink does bounce from our weekly level of support, first and foremost, we need to watch for the bearish backtest again of the channel midline and then just continue down. Or we could watch for a bounce here, reclaim the channel midline, and then we do have that naked weekly point of control up here where there's that internal liquidity here. And then also, this is theoretical right now, guys, because we haven't made the low at the weekly, but say we do make the low at the weekly, we do have our 786 that would be coming in around the top of the channel. Of course, it would take some time to get up there. So 786 around the top of the channel, and we could just continue to grind down in this channel. This is a pretty steep channel to the downside, so I do expect it to break eventually, but that doesn't mean we can't come down to the bottom. We could chop around in this channel for a few weeks until the bottom of the channel aligns with this naked weekly point of control and golden pocket at $15. But $15 is looking juicy. And then, yeah, our point of control is right around there as well. So, and then we could do a fixed range volume profile pull of this entire range here on the daily. Yep, we're losing our value area low. So value area low, anytime we lose it, even if we bounce from this weekly here, we need to watch also for the bearish backtest of the value area low to confirm rejection out of this value area and then dump. Okay, that is pretty much it. Oh, someone wanted me to look at Cpool again and talk about swing. I think they said, how would you swing trade this? So let's go to Cpool. First of all, I wouldn't swing trade this. Too low liquidity for me. I mean, if I saw a super good setup, I would. Okay, you guys, I talked about this yesterday. I did some TA on this yesterday, and this was our box of support, our naked weekly point of control and our weekly level, and it does look like we are getting a pretty strong bounce from that so far. So you can see all I did was just pull that over, bounced here, and now what we can look for is a bearish backtest of the channel midline. If the channel midline gets a bearish backtest and we drop, then we need to watch. Okay, golden pocket. Now that golden pocket's looking really nice. Let me get rid of that golden pocket. So look at this, guys, at 37 cents to 37.7 to 37. We have the swing failure pattern into the golden pocket, into the top of our channel. This is looking juicy. So let me just do this and pull this down to our new golden pocket. So that is an area I would be definitely watching for another lower high to come in to continue this trend to the downside. You know, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, down to the bottom of the whatever that is, 0.5, the big 0.5. I think I had a pitchfork on here too. Nope, not on this one. Okay, so that is pretty much that. Our 0.5 is aligning with this value area high here down at, what is that, 18.7 cents. But I think that this area that we're at right now is a pretty strong support. If this doesn't hold, then we can watch for the bottom of the pitchfork here, or channel, excuse me, bottom of the channel, and that, this is a liquidity trail that is begging to be taken. You can see low, higher, 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 low, liquidity sweep all through here. I mean, this is just begging. If we start to sweep that liquidity, we can see cascade, boom, 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 all the way down. So we need to be aware of that. Except we're not there yet. We play it level to level. Okay, and then the guy that keeps asking about 10Q, I'm not sure. You did 10Q with an exclamation mark, and then you just did 10Q. So when I type in 10Q in here, I do not see which one you're looking at. If you could just let me know which one you're looking at, you want me to look at, I'll look at it. I just don't understand if it's this one, whichever it is. I did the 10Q with the exclamation mark. I don't get anything in here, so I'm not sure TradingView has it, or if I'm typing this in wrong, just let me know. All right. And then other than that, let's see. Do I have anything else that I wanted to cover? Bitcoin. We got Bitcoin. Let's check out Bitcoin again. So Bitcoin, yeah, it's trying to hold this. I mean, I think we need to start to form a range here. Okay, so because we saw such an aggressive drop to the downside, unless you're trying to knife catch here, you want to see a range. And look at this pitchfork bottom is just holding us fantastically so far. But here's what we want to see. I would like to see one more drop into the golden pocket on Coinbase. Now, I understand Bybit's golden pocket has been tapped. You can see here, and the naked daily point of control has been tapped. So that is acceptable. We're below our point of control in both cases now, in both Bybit and Coinbase. So we need to also watch on lower time frames to start to form a range between the point of control and the golden pocket. If we can do that for a bit, and then we could see maybe a tap just a bit lower to Coinbase's point of control, golden pocket, then flip it and then continue. All right, that's about it, guys. I mean, we covered the total charts, we covered ETH, we covered Solana, Avax, real quick. I want to show you guys Avax, because Avax, I was looking for a bounce from this $30 level and we just didn't get it. And now I'm surprised we didn't, because we had these lows here on the daily. I can get rid of that now. And we had our golden pocket, but we are coming in to the bottom of the pitchfork. So let me let me just change this to a 786 only. So we do have this big range on the daily here. And check this out. Our value area low is coming in around our 786 here. and it's close to the bottom of the pitchfork. Now, on the daily, we could see a wick out of the bottom of the pitchfork to touch our value area low and then close the daily at or above the pitchfork level. But we did reject from the midline. And when we were rejecting from this midline, I was talking to people in the Discord about swing shorts. If you go type in, now this was over a month ago, so it might be hard to find, but I was saying this was the rejection zone for Avax. And we did get that rejection. We came down to our point of control, held our point of control a couple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, then finally lost it, flipped it to resistance along with the pitchfork band. You can see all through here, we were holding the pitchfork band and the POC as support. But then when we finally lost it, we came back up and back tested the pitchfork band to the dollar and the point of control. And now we're losing it. So when you lose the point of control and flip it to resistance, what do you look for? The value area low. And we're coming down to that value area low. So I would be looking at least to the bottom of the pitchfork around 26.56, if not down here around $25. So 25.1. Other than that, you guys, I would say wait for a range to form on these coins. You do not want to try to knife catch. If Bitcoin's going to nuke, these things are going to nuke so hard and you could get liquidated so quickly. So just be aware of that. To the upside, we still have our naked weekly point of control up here right around our bigger point of control, and that is going to be around $36.71 to $36. To the upside, now, of course, we got to repull this golden pocket, and this golden pocket's going to continue to change if we get lower and lower and lower. But look at, I really like this. We have our value area high, a swing failure pattern, and a golden pocket at $45. That is, look, $44 to $45. This is major resistance up here that I would really like to see. And if it takes us a while to get up here, we'll also have our band of support up here. So that is where I will be looking for a swing short here. Man, that's nice. Okay, let's do this. Value area high, GP, SFP. Just so nice there. And let's look at our naked daily points of control here. Okay, nothing there. Oh, these are our weekly ones. Okay, so daily here. Nothing up there for the daily either. But we do have this. So naked daily point of control, naked weekly point of control just in this area. Looks kind of nice here. And then, of course, today's naked daily point of control, if we close really bearish, we're going to have that up around this golden pocket and our prior lows, which now could be flipped to resistance. All right, that's it, everyone. Have a good day. Let me know if you want me to cover any more alts in the Discord or in the comment section. And if you have any questions, have a good day.